Step your game up.
Welcome to the firehouse.
Good, man. It's your boy BEATZBYPYRO. You know what I mean? I'm a up and coming beat maker, producer, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Albany, New York, but definitely, you know what I mean, out here in New Haven, Connecticut, getting it on with my peoples. You know what I mean? Yo, I definitely want to give a shout out to the BBN Wave. You know what I mean? Who don't know who the BBN Wave is? Me, Pyro, Bugatti, GQ, Skino, Bot Wave, what up? And it's a whole bunch of us. Ty was good, Maxie, you know what I mean? It's just a whole bunch of us, you know, rapping, doing what we gotta do, making a new sound for everybody. Not even just New Haven, not even as far as Connecticut. It's just for everybody. We definitely got some songs. We definitely we have a sound that needs to be heard in the world. It's not something that you want to hear. It's something that y'all need to hear. Real talk. Well, I could probably take it back to when I was probably 12. You know what I'm saying? Because I had people in my family who also make beats as well, and I used to watch my older cousins. You know what I mean? Work on some beats. You know what I mean? And I used to sit down and be like, yo, they're actually making beats on this like IBM laptop. It wasn't no HP then. It wasn't no compact. It was just like IBM. I think it was like FL Studio 5 or 4, and they used to make beats. I'd be like, damn, like I really want to get into making beats, but when you like 11, 12, you don't really got no patience for that. So when I hit 14, that's when I moved to New Haven, Connecticut, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I really decided, like, this is when I was 14, I really wanted to make beats. That's when it all started from there, when I was 14. Definitely I'm going to start off with Bugatti, of course, because that's my brother, you know what I mean? And I did like 90% of his mixtape. I did The Winners, KOAC, All Love. I did the intro. What else? I did Living, Share My World, and then I think I did a couple others, but I did 90% of his tape. And I got a track with Fred the Godson coming out with my boy YL. Definitely shout out to YL, AB, New Bloods, and all them. I got a potential song coming out with Tiger as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's still getting worked on. And I'm working with some people from Coke Boys. Shout out to Coke Boy Brock, Cheese. Shout out to them. And I'm just grinding. We'll be here all day if I really ran down the people who I'm working with, who I worked with in the past. But definitely, I'll probably say, like, I first started off when I really started making beats. I would probably say my cousin Intel, because he was doing something that wasn't really, because at that pivotal time when he was making beats, like, it was still like a hard like early 2000s like grungy type sound. And when he started making beats, he was definitely following that, but he put his own twist to it. Like he the one that like introduced me to strings and brass and a whole bunch of like orchestra instruments, you know what I'm saying? Like when I first started making beats, like, I got serious at 14, so he would definitely toss me sounds that he wasn't using or new sounds. So he was my close inspiration as my family. So shout out to my cousin Intel. And when I got to New Haven, and there was this production group called the INGs that my brother Bugatti put me on to. You know what I'm saying? They definitely inspired me as far as locally to be versatile but still have that hard sound. And as far as in the game is concerned, whoever know me, that my biggest inspiration is Kanye West, of course, because one of the reasons, because he go against the grain. He's not afraid to try nothing new, and that's where I get my stuff from. I'm not afraid to try nothing new. If it don't work, don't work. You never know till you try. And and Swizzy, because he gets the party going. Like, and that's what I'm about. If anybody heard my hype beats, I get it going from the drop. And Timberland, because he brings a whole different ear, whole different quality of sound. It's mad, like I can't even really explain his style because he just everywhere with it. And last one I'll probably say is Pharrell, because he's just a cool laid back dude, and you would never know if it's a Pharrell beat because he's like a chameleon. He just adapts to everything. He blends in, so you would never know that's a Pharrell beat till you look it up. And those are the people that really inspired me the most. Well, first off, I want to tell everybody to go to datpiff.com, sorry, and type in that Bugatti Series Volume 1. If y'all really want to hear some recent work that I've done, go download that now. Download it right now. Like, do what y'all doing. Stop what y'all doing. Download it right now. That's definitely, I got like 90% of that tape. And you can definitely go to gotinstrumentals.com and type in Beats by Pyro, and my newest mixtape is gonna be on there, which is called The Firehouse Volume 2. You know what I mean? The Fire is Near, hosted by my nigga DJ Double T. You know what I mean? And that's just mainly it as far as the music is concerned. You know what I'm saying, and on top of that, you can go to my YouTube and type in Beats by Pyro, and then a list of my old and new beats will come up. And then to get in touch with me, you can hit me on Twitter at beatsbypyro.com. That's Beats with a Z, not a S. And you can definitely hit me on Instagram at BeatsByPyro9. That I'm always on Instagram, Twitter. And if you want to get at me about some beats, prices, whatever situation may be, you want to work with me, you can definitely hit me on my email at beatsbypyro@gmail.com. And like, don't worry, because I'm not all these other producers who don't never hit back. I definitely contact you no matter what you're doing, no matter who you are, no matter what artist, no matter what. I always hit you back all the time. One thing I've learned about making beats is all about feeling. Like, you know, like a good friend told me, like, beats is about feeling. You don't have like a certain formula or like a format to how you make your beats. Like, if that's what you want to do that day, if you want to make an R&B track that day, that's what you do. You want to make a rap beat, that's what you do. But as far as like a basic format, the best advice I could give in that department is whatever you feeling that day, make it. Because 9 times out of 10, but that first idea that you had, it's always the money track. May not be for anybody else, but it may be for you. And another piece of advice I want to give to all the up-and-comers, you know what I'm saying, make beats for you first. Make beats for yourself. Make what you want to hear before you can try to throw yourself out in the public. Because nowadays people are being straight up with like producers over the net, Instagram. I seen it all the time. I see it all the time. Like, it's like, yo, but your beats is whack, don't ever send me nothing again. Like, you know what I mean? I see it all the time, which is messed up, but that's just the nature of the beast. So make sure whatever type of beats you want to make, just make it for yourself. Don't go out there trying to be with us or anybody else, because you will get, I'm not saying you will, but 9 times out of 10, like, everything won't happen for you as planned. You know what I'm saying? So, and the big piece of advice I should say is just go for it. Go for yours. Because if you want to make beats, go ahead, do what you got to do. Because nobody can tell you what you can't do, and never give up. Because there's gonna be 1,000 doors slammed in your face until that one opens up for you. Trust me. And I'm a living disciple of that. Trust me. This whole people know me for hot beats all around this city, around this state. But not too many people know I had doors slammed in my face just because I didn't have like a resume, or just because I didn't have nobody famous on my beats. There's a whole bunch of politics in this industry going on, and there's a lot of politics going on as far as like CT hip hop is concerned, but that's a whole nother situation. But stay on your grind, do you. So like I said, man, listen, shout out to the BBM wave, everybody. Shout out to the flight team. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who doing it, whether if you from CT all the way to California. You know what I mean? We are definitely representing the young and hungry. That's what we about. BBM is young and hungry. You know what I'm saying? If nobody heard that, I said it to you first on StepYaGameUpTV. BBM is young and hungry, and we definitely represent for the up and comers that who trying to make it just like we are. Word. But yeah, as far as my equipment is concerned, like this is all I use. This is the Oxygen 49 keys. You know what I'm saying? It's just something basic. You know what I mean? Like everybody don't need a motif. Everybody don't need no phantom or nothing like that. Like you don't need that at all. And I got some M Audio AV40s. These are the standardized monitors. You know what I'm saying? Standardized. I'm sorry. And this right here is my audio box, which is called a interface. This is where, like, you know, like the sound travels and it comes with the speakers, and it makes everything clear. It makes everything, it won't sound jumbled up or nothing like that. So give y'all a little example. Oh yeah, and that's for my, and I use these Beats by Dre Studios. You know what I'm saying? I would say these aren't the best great mixing headphones, but as far as for finished music, they're great for finished music. But for mixing and mastering, they're okay. But there's like a whole bunch of other ones that's greater than that. But they definitely get the job done. And as for when I travel, I use this when I travel. This is the Akai Professional LPK25. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, USB powered. It ain't really nothing too fancy. It's portable. Just put it in my bag with my laptop and my external hard drive, and I just be on the move. So give y'all a little, what's going on here? Oh yeah, and this is FL Studio 10, by the way. So the plugins, Nexus, you know what I'm saying? Nexus 2 ain't really nothing too crazy. What else is in here? This right here, I encourage everybody who make beats or producing to get this plugin. It's called Silence. This is one of the greatest synth plugins that I've seen so far. I've used a lot of plugins, and this is one of the best plugins I've used. And Gladiator, and I encourage everybody to get Gladiator too, because this is like one of the best plugins again out right now. So, and another thing about plugins before I really get into the beat, always like try a whole bunch of different plugins before you pick the ones that you want to use all the time. Because I use a lot of plugins, and a lot of plugins is garbage. Nexus is a great plugin for everything. Silence is for just synths only. That's it. And then Gladiator is everything too. And I could go on and on about my others, but these are the main three I use. But on to this beat. Not really too crazy. Not really too crazy. I'm gonna let people know that I'm not just a regular, just a quote unquote hip hop producer. And all these are live instruments, by the way. We're gonna get into that later. that's just, this is probably one of the probably one of the easiest beats I put together. It looked like a lot, but trust me, it could get deeper than that. It can get deep. And these right here, these right here is a whole bunch of live instruments. Whole bunch of live instruments, live. All that stuff is played previously. And then there's a lot of people against sound loops and all that other stuff. A lot of people against it, but I don't see why it's you're against sound loops, because what's a sample? A sample is a sound loop. People be like, oh, anti sound loops, you're not a real producer if you use ready-made stuff, you know, come up with your own melodies. That's not true, because I know people who could play the piano great, and they can't come up with melodies all the time. But you need stuff like that to give you inspiration. That's why I don't really look at all these other producers and be like, oh yeah, he uses sound loops. There's a lot of producers in this game that uses sound loops. They don't play all these melodies you be hearing on the radio. They don't play that. They have somebody else play it, or they find loops, or have somebody else come and play it, like I said before. So I don't really and this is for all the young producers who like to sample and use sound loops. Go ahead, go for yours, because at the end of the day, nobody can tell you what you can't use. Nobody can tell you nothing. So I think that was, as me coming up, I think that was definitely, one of my problems, listening to older heads. I wasn't really doing that with their life. You know what I'm saying? So now I done really came into my own person, came into my own man, and I use any and everything. But the key to using sound loops is you have to learn how to play the piano so you can play around it. Once you play around it, put your own melodies together, nobody would never know. Unless you told them. I don't care. I'm gonna be real. I use everything. Sound loops, I sample, I use sound loops. I use everything. Because as far as making beats or being a producer, you got to use everything that's around you. You can't just be tunnel-holed into one thing. You got to use everything that's around you, because you never know where your next hit could come from a sound loop or from a sample. But I use everything. I'm not really worried about that. So if you want to use sound loops, samples, do what you got to do. That's it.
Step your game up.